can't stop this now.
Guys, I get a lot of people saying to me that the governments wouldn't do certain things that I discuss and certain things that most of us have found out by reading and researching and just engaging our brains. I want to say to you, first of all, if you don't think the governments would do things to harm you and us as people, then first of all, you need to look back in history. And I was going to sit here and give you some examples, but I thought to myself, no, leave some of the work, the groundwork to the person that's going to listen to this video, like, you know, most of us did. I mean, nobody held my hand and told me exactly where to go and what to read and what to do to find out the information that I am now privy to. You know, I did that myself, and I just went with the flow, and whatever I was finding and reading and getting truth from, it was leading me to somewhere else. And that's when synchronicity starts to happen in your life, and information is coming to you to help you to validate the truth that you've found, basically. So what I want to say to those people that are constantly saying that to me is, look around you today, look around you in the world, try to find out yourself and figure out, is the government there to aid us, to assist us, or to make life difficult for us? Because I can give you a few examples of things that are happening today that show and prove that actually the government does not have your best interests at heart, especially if you do not have much. Okay, because that's what's happening. So if you look around today, you will look around and see it is the people that have the least in society that the government is trying to harm the most. For example, you've got many people that don't work, and it's not their fault if they haven't got a job. Okay, if you haven't had experience in this country at certain things, if you haven't got the grades you're supposed to have, you know, things aren't very helpful for you in terms of getting work. If you've not got an actual skill, then, you know, it's difficult for you, and a lot of people are finding it really difficult. So what are they doing with those people? Instead of helping them, right, to get up off their feet and help them, right, they're going to be cutting their benefits soon. So that's robbing from the poor, right, to give to those who already have. Okay, so what else are they doing to the poor? You've got the spare bedroom tax in the UK. So if you've got a spare room, you now need to find more money to pay for this room. But hang on a minute, let's go back. They're cutting your benefits, but you still have to find this money to pay for this spare room. And a lot of people are having to find smaller accommodation, or a lot of people are suffering. And I've been talking to people, and a lot of people are suffering with this. You know, they're having to find smaller places. It's difficult for them. They're having to leave a home that they've been in for a long time, a home that maybe they raised their children in. So when their children come to stay with them with now their grandchildren, you know, that room's going to be gone. That's some of their history in their past is gone because they're having to give up this place. How is that fair? How is that fair? Another story I was reading. There's some people who don't get legal aid, right, because they don't meet the criteria or whatever bullshit they use, that they don't get legal aid if they're having problems. So I read a story about an MP, and she's getting all this legal aid. She got £200,000 legal aid. Now, hang on a minute. Doesn't this MP already have money? Most of these MPs have 1, 2, 3 jobs. You know, they're a CEO in a company, and they just have to sign letters and stuff, and they're making money. Okay, they're making a lot of money. And most of the money that they're making is coming from people who don't have money anyway, right? Everything is going up. Gas, electricity, insurance, tax, petrol, food, all of these things are going up, except the money that we receive, and that's coming in. There's a lot of people that have had pay rise freezes for the last 2-3 years. So your pay doesn't go up, but everything around you is going up. That is not the act of a government that is trying to help its people. Okay, these are not things that a government will be doing if they're trying to help you. Do you get it? Okay, it's not the actions of a helpful government. They're not there to aid and assist us, because that's not what they're doing at the moment. So when you hear about certain information and you're reading things, think about these things. Think about these things as you, as an individual or as a family, are having to go around the supermarket and watch everything that you buy. You're having to tally everything together, and you're having to budget this and budget that and balance this and balance that, whilst at the same time making sure there's, your child is eating and the bills are being paid and you've got a roof over your head. It's all a balancing act, and it's only for us people we're having to go through that. So this society has just turned into, if you have money already, and if you have, then you're going to get more. If you haven't got anything, then you're just going to get less, and you're going to get more and more taken from you at the same time as you're getting less and less coming into the household. So it's getting very difficult for a lot of people. And that's really basically all I wanted to say. So when someone next comes to me and says, but the government wouldn't do that, the government wouldn't do that, they wouldn't do things like that. Well, like I say, look around you and see what the government is doing at the moment today to help us, because I can't find one thing that the government has done or is doing that is being done simply to help us. I can't think of one thing. I can't think of one thing. When I go shopping and everything I'm buying is going up £1, it used to go up a few p, now it's like a few pence, now it's like £1 it's going up. Things are going up nearly £2. And it's getting silly. You go and fill up your car, and every time you fill up your car, you're putting the same amount in, and you're getting less petrol. It's getting really ridiculous. So basically, that's what I wanted to say. Look around you, man, and ask yourself and be honest. Do the government really aid us? Are the government really there to help us? Because I'll say they're not, and they don't help. That's just my opinion. Peace out.
No matter how hard you try, you can't stop us now.